All right, y'all. We got Gemini's came out of there. Gemini reading, I think for y'all trying to come into one necessarily with yourself or with the person that you are with. I think ascension is probably there. It's probably love because I'm reading how the cards came out the other day because they was reversed or non-reversed or whatever the case. The choice is upright. It could be the love or honoring yourself or just being connected and trying to find a way to submit. Somebody could be looking for like a higher calling or a higher purpose or whatever. Like you hear me say, to covet, to protect the sense of the union. Don't know, whatever the case may be. So we're gonna figure out what's going on. Do you really wanna stop? I don't know necessarily. Maybe it's the 4 pieces of chocolate that I ate that had weed in them. I don't know. 801. Slow down. I just wanna get to know you. Alright. But don't turn. Oh, what was that? 2 of Cups. Oh. Alright, let's see what's going on for y'all in love. You got 4 of Pentacles. Some of y'all may be letting go. Letting go is something that's hard for me. Ooh, y'all got Ace of Swords here. 4 of Cups. Ooh, wait a minute. Dang. Alright. Do you really wanna come meet me? Alright, let's see. Scorpione. Woo, shit. Alright, Gemini. On the bottom of the deck, you got 6 of Wands, 6 of Cups. You got Ace of Cups, and you got the Emperor and the Knight of Cups. I wanna get breaky. Stop. You got the Emperor, the Ace of Cups, the 6 of Cups, the 6 of Wands, and the 5 of Cups. Ooh, I don't know what's been lately though, but I've been saying this, and please listen to me loud. It is better to build a relationship in this time of need than it is for you to get some solid fucking friends in your life. Period. 6 of Wands and the Emperor here. This is kind of like the Emperor not knowing that he's the Emperor. So somebody could be enticing. That's not knowing your sense of power. That's lower vibrational beings. That's lower that's things that come into your life. Like that where it can challenge the position that you are in. So if it's like the sanctity of a marriage, of a union, or a higher position of you connecting with yourself, that's kind of like as a person you don't recognize your power, so you got people who come into your life and they drop these little seeds and they hear and they're being very manipulative and sneaky. It could trick you out your position or whatever the case may be. It also speaks to 6 of Wands though, like the Emperor could be in a place of position to where it comes off lower vibrational or like Page of Swords type childlike or whatever the case may be, instead of like running the show like they should, because 6 of Cups speaks of like childhood trauma. Y'all know how I feel on childhood trauma. Healing your inner child 1 and 2 is out. I will be working on 3. When? But don't ask me when, because there was a lot of pressure when I was trying to get myself out under the deadline when people was pushing me. So I was like, no, that was a lot. I struggled so hard. I really did. Anywho, Emperor being here too, or whatever the case may be. That's why I said it's kind of like somebody just don't know their position or whatever. Because you got the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups speak of like people who are very two-faced or whatever the case may be. We don't necessarily Geminis get this rep for that, but people necessarily don't know the type of energy. But it could be, you hear me say, with the Empress being here, a lot of maternal issues, not listening to your intuition or the connecting. Somebody could be cheating on their baby mama. Who knows? But that came out wrong. But this is it though. That's why I says I told y'all this like last month reading. I was like, everybody not gonna be happy for y'all, and y'all thought I was playing, and lo and behold, people was gonna show their ass, and I think they did just from this spread. Boom. You got 3 of Swords. They could go 2 ways because you got the Lovers upright and the Lovers reverse. Somebody is unhappy in a regular relationship. A lot of people have infidelities issues that are coming up. It could be lies, betrayal, deceit, heartbreak situations. People that say shit that just necessarily pierce your hearts. Pierce your heart is words like those shit that people know how to play on those old wounds of traumas to get you rev the fuck up. So you got 3 of Swords and go 2 ways. All right. You got 4 of Pentacles, you got 4 of Cups, you got 6 of Wands, and you got the Page of Swords. Some of y'all lost something, someone. It could be a position with an authority, a connection, or a job, or with someone, and it's kind of like, boom, now you ready to speak about it. And like it's because I think somebody said in a position of regret, like their own emotions, like missing and wanting of saying, oh well, I wish I had this, and you kind of close somebody out before they even got the chance to connect with you. You got the moon here, Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the Justice. I think for some of y'all recognizing, or you may feel internally like something is unfair, or you just communicating your emotions. You feel like it's like one of y'all going to speak about some injustices or something. Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Wands. Maybe it's love, the lack that you are getting. I'm waiting till the card ride back. Maybe it's the lack of love that you may or may not be getting, though, whatever the case may be. Because y'all did even have legal cases coming up, whatever the case may be, especially with child support, baby mama, baby daddy drama. Some of y'all leaving, some of y'all moving forward, some of y'all got some hating ass baby daddies that's getting on your nerves. Some of y'all might got some lingering ass exes in the back that's commenting on your new relationship, causing chaos and drama, and y'all trying to move away from it. Or it could be reversed, like you let somebody else get in your ear and tell you about a person. All right, so you got Scorpionic type energy right there. You got Libra, Scorp, Capricorn, and you have the Lovers here. Magician. Oh, this is a sneaky woman. I've been telling y'all about this. Some of y'all gonna learn real quick that a lot of these women are operating in their masculine energy, and they are like full-on fucking dudes. And I do not mean in the sense of sexuality changes, because I have to keep saying that though, because some of them prey on your fucking vulnerabilities. Like y'all men gonna learn to step into y'all power, and to learn to follow your goddamn intuition or what your gut is telling you, or whatever the case may be. For some of y'all just grimy, and like for some Geminis, like y'all just grimy, y'all getting the bulk of your own karma, and it may feel unfair. Period. But you got the Magician with the Empress and the Nine of Cups and the Two of Wands and the Seven of Swords. Somebody connecting with their inner self or attachment to them. It's kind of like somebody playing both sides. That's all I got to say. It's kind of like the Three of Swords rooted into that. Eight of Swords, Five of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. This is somebody you hear me say that's only out for themselves. Nine of Pentacles also speaks of like the number 9 is all about karma, awakening, enlightenment, spiritual highness, or whatever the case may be. So that's probably why somebody's trying to covet the sanctity of their relationship or marriage, or look for some type of spiritual protection or some higher knowledge of knowing of life, right? Because it's kind of like with this Empress being here, they take from others. They take things out of context. They live in two different styles of lifestyle. So it could be you, where you could say, oh, I hate my ex, da, 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 and then you sneaking to go fuck them low key. It's kind of like you got doubts about the commitment because everybody projects their sense of worries onto you. And then necessary is kind of like somebody coming to you because they know you got a soft spot about a person or a situation, and they come telling you some shit to fuck with you. And it's annoying as hell. I will say that from just being this. Like, my energy is so changed. Like, where did the songs go? So, because it could have been something that necessarily pissed you off. You got Temperance being here as well. Knight of Pentacles. That's why I say it's kind of like somebody knew something they would tell you or say something in that type of manner that it would get this emotional immaturity type reaction out of you. And for some of y'all just downright cheating. Like, y'all might have been that one to say, oh, my baby mama, she ain't shit, she ain't this, all this different type of stuff, and to drag somebody else into their business. And it's kind of like these people, they link up, and then they kind of like, no, well, you said this, and no, you said this, and you said, it's kind of like that, though. Damn, it seemed like, wait a minute, I'm trying to get the collective, because it's kind of like I'm tapped into, like, 3 fucking goddamn Geminis at this moment. And they all dudes. It's like 3 dudes and 1 girl. I'm like, girl, wait a minute. Let's see, can we get a collective energy type change? Because if they don't move, if the world don't move. Yes. Woo. God damn. Pause, y'all. Alright, I think we got a shift we needed. On the bottom of the day, you got 3 of Pentacles. Alright, let's see. Cause the world don't move. I said the world don't move. I said the world don't move. I don't know. It's kind of like somebody got this my way or the highway, but the Empress speaks here. It was kind of like some maternal type. Like I told y'all, if you was happy for something or you expected somebody to be happy for your bliss of love, it's kind of like somebody's necessarily like unhappy because somebody wasn't rooting for them. And it's kind of like you may have went back telling this person something and they kind of took your business out of context, or you could have been doing this to somebody else. Six of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. It's kind of like somebody may have been taking advantage of your love for them or necessarily what you do. And it puts you in the Five of Cups because it looks like you were ignoring somebody else if you were single. Something that's there. It's kind of like you kind of gave up hope on connected to them. So you invested into somebody that necessarily wasn't for you, only to want to... Bring us back to chips. Only for you to necessarily see that, like, damn, like, this necessarily what I want. But it does give me, though, like somebody came in and they preyed on somebody's insecurities and they told them something in that type of matter to stir up a partner. And Six of Wands, I told y'all, a lot of y'all been getting that Six of Wands. Some of y'all, like, cutting off certain friends. Eight of Cups. Some of y'all recognize it. Y'all cutting off certain friends. Some of y'all losing a lot of friends and people. Like, y'all just recognizing, like, ooh, these motherfuckers really ain't for me. So I said Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. I think some of y'all starting to recognize that. Ooh wee. Alright, you got King of Swords, you got Nine of Swords, and you got the Queen of Cups being upright. The Nine of Swords is reversed in the middle. I think for y'all, moving too fast, moving too swift in that Gemini energy, you got the Star, the Page of Wands, and the Knight of Cups, and the High Priestess here. It just gives me like petty meets petty. Because the idea of somebody moving too rash off information, if they did something to spite somebody else and it came back for them to deal with it or whatever the case may be. So I'm telling you, it's like you in a relationship and a baby mama or a baby daddy, your partner or a person, they got mad, they made a comment, they said something, they stirred something up. It could be a maternal, a woman, or a family type member, somebody that's ideally close to you, that you necessarily don't see them in that type of light, and they said something to trigger the shit out of you. It's gossipy. It really is just gossipy in that type of nature. King of Swords, and then two, or whatever the case may be. It could be about a partner or potential type love, but like I said, in that type of matter, you do have to be mindful, though, if you are looking for love and operating in a sense of frequency. It only takes to where, like, when people take advantage of other people this way, they have to recognize that they're going to be taken advantage of in another type way. And somebody doesn't emotionally want to look within, though. But it looks like somebody's very emotionally closed off and they cut somebody off and it was kind of like, oh, I'm sorry, da-da-da-da. There's different types of bullshit, only to recognize that they need to move on past their sense of mistakes. So that's what it do kind of give me, though. Sorry. With the High Priestess, though, it's kind of like somebody, I'm telling you, though, it's kind of like a... with the Knight of Cups and the Six of Wands, that's kind of like that friend that's only there, that bad trash talks a fucking ex. But if you choose to be with that ex, they have so much to say, and you... It's just tricky, though, because you got Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Queen of Pentacles, reverse, that's like that. Pretending, the illusion, in a narcissistic, sociopathic type where a person pretends to be what somebody wants them to be, only to turn out to be like a facade, and you kind of like, damn, bitch, like this, that type of energy, or whatever the case may be. Like I say, it's kind of, a lot of people been having friends issues. Like, I don't know what this is that's been affecting y'all relationships. Page of Cups. King of Pentacles and a Hermit. I think that's slowly what y'all trying to become, like learning from the situation, and it's kind of like taking one cup at a time, even when it comes to emotional honesty. So you may be trying to process, like, that Gemini type energy trying to sit down. Okay, well, what is this? What is it? Like that type of energy trying to like break down that shit or whatever the case may be. But a lot of people been having that shit though going on though. But I told y'all been had like some hating ass people about to come up on the WAP to try to fuck with some shit. 4 wands being reversed though. I think somebody's at this moment where they're decompressing and trying to take time. Somebody may be invested in their work necessarily and trying to figure out like King of Pentacles is very sure for himself. Like you hear me say, he's in the energy of he needs to know how to give a little bit more, especially if it's financial type matters, and it could be love. So I think that's possibly what's challenging to somebody at this moment, or whatever the case may be. Challenging to give love, to be loved, because they're going through like this remaking process. Like the environment, the foundation is not stable. The partnerships it has made with people, it could be people who you have allowed into your home. Five of Pentacles though. I said the world don't move. I said the world don't move. Why is it in my head? Are y'all watching that? 10 of Wands though. Somebody may feel like the world don't move unless they do. Like the Emperor being reversed. That's kind of like somebody who's like overly emotional needy or whatever the case may be. So it's kind of like they wear their emotions on their sleeve. So it would be easy for somebody to come trigger this type of person or whatever the case may be. Because you got the Knight running towards the 10 of Wands. Oh, wait. But here's another thing. And you got the World or whatever, because it's slowing down the commitment and connection with another person. So it's kind of like somebody trying to be an obstacle in the sense of the relationship. So it's kind of like, oh, but wait, there's more. Like that's this person they comes to doing it. It's kind of like, what the fuck? Emperor, 6 of Cups, Knight of Wands, and the Judgment. That's why I said, yeah. Yeah. I think for somebody holding this type of position as like a masculine type energy, they probably didn't have like that type of father figure or a masculine type energy to come into their life to show them exactly what a real man is. And I'm not talking about like working a job because money is cool, or maintaining a sense of stability. I'm talking about like to see like those healthy loves, relationships, connecting type things or whatever the case may be. So because they rely more on the masculinity approach, or people who's very dominant or who don't give a fuck, in the Knight of Cups type energy, or the 7 of Wands, people who just, oh, I don't give a fuck, who think it's more malicious in that intent or whatever the case may be, or somebody that's comfortable with their sense of position. That's what puts somebody in a position to where they put themselves into situations to be exposed to people who don't have their to have their best intentions. Because you have the Devil being reversed, you got the Hanged One and the Queen of Swords. So this is why it's so easy for a person to come say something to you and set your ass off. Because you got the Strength and the Fool or whatever. So it's kind of like, this is how somebody able to come up on you and say, oh yeah, da-da-da-da-da. Like, say for instance, if your trigger was chewing gum, you kind of like, and they come around you and they know it and they just cacking that gum. And necessarily though, people fail to recognize, or whatever the case may be, Queen of Pentacles energy. Father figures as well, like dealing with masculine type energies, even if you had like a father in your life. It's the patience that they exuded with a parent, or what you seen, what they tolerated, that will create the narrative to think that you're supposed to put up with or do as a feminine type energy with men. So yeah, that's a lot. So, or with women, whatever you choose today. You got 8 of Wands, Page of Pentacles. Some of y'all don't know how to learn. Like, some of y'all don't know how to learn. Y'all really don't, though. To the Cups. Like, or some of y'all don't learn from the idea of family or connections, though. Like, y'all really don't. Like, what's really family? What's accepting? Those type of people who with you. The idea of a union, connection, knowing how to separate that blood always will be blood, but it's ideally not necessarily the family that you need to take you to the next level. The role making and establishment to where, like you hear me say, for me it is God, then it is you. It's like it's God, husband, and then children and then family, because most people think the kids necessarily come first and they tear up their goddamn union. Oh, my child's gonna do this. My child, can your child go in that kitchen and cook me a fucking 5-star fucking meal? No. Can your child get online and pay me some bills? Now these little small motherfuckers probably can, but they can't go to work and get no goddamn money. Even though they can get on YouTube and all this different types of shit, but that ain't how they supposed to be. Kids are supposed to be fucking kids. So if that wasn't the reality that somebody had, that's the narrative of somebody letting children guide them to be in a relationship, to say, oh, well, I'm gonna still be with my baby mama, I'm gonna do this, so I'm gonna be with my baby that. Like, that narrative that's keeping them in like toxic relationships, into where they get into them, they kind of unhappy, or they think the people around them gonna be supportive and they ain't your support, because you got to create that support for you. So I really think it's that though. But some of y'all learn harsh as hell because you got the cherry reverse. Some of y'all learn hard as hell. Like, y'all, it's kind of like a slow understanding. But I think the way somebody's grieving or going about it, especially this, somebody may be returning to an old part of them where they kind of like snapping the fuck off and shit like that. Ooh. And then too, you have to just be mindful though when you're going through makeup to like break up or just dealing with a partner, how past failures have affected you moving forward, going into a new relationship. Like how you put in time or connected, like you could be still emotionally guarded and closed off to the idea of what you thought life was supposed to be, especially marriages. Hierophant means unconventional style. It could be, to me, it gives me same sex or whatever when I see this coming out reverse. But it's like how you put in that foundation of relationships or marriages or commitment or connections or ideals or how you learn. Don't know. But yeah. So that's it on y'all reading though. Or whatever the case may be. That's why I say you gotta watch yourself. Some of y'all gotta learn who y'all friends is in this season. But I told y'all that Gemini, y'all hard-headed ass. I told y'all back in February, I said you gonna have 3 people that's gonna return to your life, and you don't even know if they're gonna be your goddamn friend. Period. I said you need to ask yourself, where the fuck have they been? Period. And the reason you fell out, if you fell out with the motherfuckers again in COVID, I think it's you that necessarily just like the toxic chaos or whatever the case may be, because that's the shadowy part of everybody. So I think a part of you're attracted to it, but you just don't necessarily know how to cut it out of your life. So that's what keeps you stuck with this, and it could be affecting relationships or your idea of connecting with relationships that put somebody in a position to say, oh, well, I'm gonna have a one-night stand and I'm gonna expect somebody to be with me, or I ain't gonna think of the consequences of wearing the rubber and now I got a baby or whatever case may be, and I really don't like this bitch. I'm sorry, like, this getting a little too impersonal, but I told you I was channeling like 3-4 folks in the beginning of the reading. So yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, I really don't even like this bitch. And that's kind of like a harsh reality to come to. But we gonna see for y'all some advice or whatever. Take time to breathe. That's why I said some of y'all need to process the information that comes to y'all instead of being so disseminating. That's things that can evolve, that can disappear just as fast as it reappear. So remember that. You got to show the world the real you, especially your emotional aspects. But it doesn't have to be the world. It could be the people around you or what you perceive as family and the connection. It's time to take action. That's new moon in Aries, so it's time to do something about certain things instead of just sitting. Adjustments are required. Let me get you one more, because I think it's one more. Confidence is the key, though. That's why I said some of y'all got to have confidence in the ability and the position of where you are or where the fuck you came from, especially with the 6 of Cups. That speaks to childhood trauma, and for somebody to be in the Emperor type position or to be the King of Pentacles. So it's kind of like you got to think about where the fuck you came from and how you, where you are now, until to where it's kind of like to where you won't forget about you along the process or whatever. Am I making sense? Anywho. Yeah, even if it's a relationship or a connection that you have with somebody, it's just like not letting them trick you out your position. So, yeah. Other than that, though, you guys, Pisces next. Oh, shit.